master switch. But right when the pieces were starting to come together, Crick was gone.
So I think the kind of consciousness that Francis Crick was talking about is that we have a function in our brain that is a storyteller. And so it imagines things like motives and causes and effects, and so it imposes that order in order to predict other people. And so we have that mechanism, and we apply that mechanism to ourselves. So we notice ourselves reaching for food, and so we say to ourselves, oh, we must be hungry. But we're observing ourselves just like we observe other people, and we're telling a story about ourselves just like we're telling a story about other people.
Then, almost a decade later, something happened in an operating room that made scientists stop and wonder. Had Crick been right all along? It was supposed to be a routine brain mapping procedure. In 2014, a woman undergoing surgery for epilepsy had electrodes placed on her brain so doctors could figure out where her seizures were coming from. They carefully stimulated different regions, one at a time, to see how her body and behavior would respond. Everything was normal until they reached one small forgotten strip buried deep inside her brain. What happened next wasn't a seizure or a blackout. It was something much stranger. The moment they activated that region, she froze. Her body stayed upright. Her eyes were open. She was breathing. But she couldn't speak, couldn't blink, couldn't respond. It was like someone flipped a switch and turned off her mind. The surgeons kept calling her name, but no reaction. Then, they turned the stimulation off, and she came back instantly. Confused, calm, like she'd just been asleep. But she hadn't. She had no memory of what happened, no awareness that anything was even wrong. The only part of her brain that had been touched was the colostrum.